Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Baina Midday News, coming to you live from our news hub, Atomic Junction, Benap House, Accra. My name is Fawzia Abdullah. Coming up this afternoon. Minority in Parliament accuses government for what it says is the poor handling of the deal to merge Telecel and AT Ghana. Also coming up, electricity company and Ghana Water blame illegal mining for 200% tariff hike proposal. And on the international front, former Kenya Prime Minister Raila Odinga dies in India aged 80. These and many more stories coming up in the next few minutes. Do stay. You're welcome back. You're watching Baina Midday News, and we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Baina TV. Now let's move on to our very first story. The minority in Parliament has criticized government handling of attempts to merge AT Ghana and Telecel Ghana. It will be recalled that the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations announced that the government will merge AT Ghana, formerly Airtel Tigo, and Telecel Ghana to create what it describes as a stronger and more sustainable telecom operator.
The minority, after all this announcement, ladies and gentlemen, the minister, after all this announcement to staff and signing of MOU with Recton, made a retreat in a press conference on the 3rd July 2025, when he stated that government had contracted KPMG as a transactional advisor for the deal with Recton. He further added that KPMG had 28 days left of the 60 days he announced on the 31st of May 2025 to complete this work. The 3rd July conference was without a definiteness of the earlier announcements. They portrayed as a determining factor when key decisions had seemingly already been made on the strategic partnership. This explanation is stark contrast to his earlier position, especially considering that the government had already secured a strategic partner, into brackets Recton, and appointed KPMG to oversee the transactions, including negotiating a deal. We must put on record that the minister deference to Attorney General is not a surprise to us. Our unimpeccable information is that the minister with American Towers Company, which is ATC, met with American Towers, which is ATC, a service provider to AT, and promised to pay them some $5 million by the end of August 2025 of the alleged 1.5 million owned by AT, 1.5 billion owned by AT. Is it cedis? Yes. 1.5 billion owed by cedis. I want to take that again.
Moving on, the Ghana Water Company Limited and the Electricity Company of Ghana have attributed their proposed 200% tariff increase under the 2025-2030 multi-year tariff order to the devastating effects of illegal mining, commonly known as galamsey. There is more in the following report.
According to Ghana Water Limited, widespread contamination of water bodies by illegal miners has significantly increased the cost of water treatment, placing immense financial pressure on the company. The ECG, on its part, explained that galamsey operations have damaged key sections of its power distribution infrastructure, particularly those running through forest reserves, leading to frequent power outages and surging maintenance costs. Director of Communications for EC William Boateng disclosed this during a public hearing on the proposed tariff adjustment in the Ashanti region. He noted that the distribution often causes chain collapses among transmission lines, with multiple poles falling at once, further escalating repair expenses. Both GWL and ECG emphasized that tackling the environmental damage caused by galamsey is essential to achieving stable and affordable utility services for Ghanaians.
Away from that, National Chairman hopeful of the New Patriotic Party, David Kankam-Boadu, has called for unity within the party ahead of the January 2026 primaries. He says all 5 flag-bearers aspirants come from the same political tradition, and the ongoing exchange of insults among their supporters could hurt the NPP's image and electoral prospects. Kankam-Boadu is thus urging the candidate to show mutual respect and work together in the spirit of unity as the party heads into the primaries.
Calling on our 5 aspirants to call for press conference and speak with our party supporters so that they will stop the insult and bring the party's name into a place where everybody will be happy with it. But for now, the party's name is not attractive at all. So I am calling on President Kufuor, President Akufo-Addo, to call our aspirants so that we meet them, they have a press conference and speak to their supporters to stop the insult, at least to forge unity, because with unity we have power. But we are now agonizing. We cannot win power if we continue like this. So I'm calling on my aspirants to have a press conference to speak with their supporters to stop the insult so that we have peace in the party. I am looking for a united party and not disunited or disintegrated party. Let us unite the party, and that is what is about. We cannot think about winning power if the party is disintegrated.
You're still watching Baina Midday News. We'll be back with business and more after this breather. Do stay.
In a world hungry for meaning comes a stage unlike any other. 14 voices, 14 visions, one mission to inspire true talent rooted in truth.
In the nights where no one hears my whispers, Allah does. A direct relationship with Him feels like melting in His arms. No shame, no confusion, no barriers, just love.
From Quran to creativity, from knowledge to performance, they will compete not just to impress but to awaken hearts.
The Prophet ﷺ is speaking to you. He says that verily you have to hold on to my amana.
Why do people engage in illegal mining? The answer is very simple: quick money. The youth out there are jobless and therefore see illegal mining as a way to escape poverty.
I am Hamida Hussein. I am a wife, a mother, a teacher, a student, and a Muslimah. And I'm not yet done.
Every child, especially the girl child, should be given that opportunity to seek both Islamic and secular education.
They will be mentored by scholars, artists, and visionaries, but in the end, only one will rise. This fall, the world will witness the power of faith, art, and passion combined. This is the Show, showing Fridays at 8 p.m. only on Baina TV.
You're welcome back and thank you for staying. If you just tuned in, you're watching Baina Midday News and we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Baina TV. Now let's move on to business. The International Monetary Fund has warned that the global economy is slowing as nations grapple with the effect of new trade tariffs, tighter fiscal policies, and shifting economic strategies. In its latest World Economic Outlook released on Tuesday, October 14, 2025, the fund projects global growth to ease from 3.3% in 2024 to 3.2% in 2025 and further to 3.1% in 2026, a modest upward revision from its April forecast.
The IMF noted that while recent trade deals and temporary boost early in 2025 helped soften the blow of tariffs, those effects are now fading as companies exhaust front-loaded exports and new levies take full effect. Advanced economies are expected to grow by around 1.5%, while emerging and developing nations are projected to expand slightly above 4%, buoyed by strong domestic demand in Asia and parts of Latin America. Inflation is gradually easing but remains above target in the United States and weak in several other regions. The fund cautioned that risk to the global outlook remain tilted to the downside, pointing to persistent policy uncertainty, rising protectionism, and possible disruptions to labor markets, fiscal vulnerabilities, and potential market corrections it warned could add further strain. The IMF is urging governments to rebuild fiscal buffers, safeguard central bank independence, and implement structural reforms to restore investor confidence and sustain medium-term growth.
Now, away from that, let's delve into some news beyond our borders. Former Kenyan Prime Minister Raila Odinga has reportedly passed away at the age of 80. Odinga died on Wednesday while undergoing medical treatment in India. His death comes weeks after widespread speculations about his health, which his family and allies had repeatedly downplayed. In the following report, we take a look at who Raila Odinga was and what he stood for in Kenya's politics.
Raila Odinga was born on January 7, 1945 at the Anglican Church Missionary Society Hospital in Maseno, located in Kenya's Kisumu district of Nyanza province. He was the son of Mary Juma Odinga and Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, who became Kenya's first vice president under President Jomo Kenyatta. As a towering figure in Kenyan politics, Odinga was a key opposition leader and one of the country's most influential political mobilizer. He contested the presidency 5 times but never succeeded, often rejecting the official results and alleging electoral fraud. In 2017, his claims were validated when Kenya's Supreme Court annulled President Uhuru Kenyatta's victory and ordered a rerun, a first in the nation's history. Odinga, however, boycotted the repeat election, demanding comprehensive electoral reforms. Throughout his career, he often reconciled with rival presidents following heated elections. After his 2022 defeat, Odinga joined President William Ruto's board-based government, a move he defended as an effort to promote national unity after violent protests that left dozens dead. Earlier this year, the Ruto administration endorsed his bid to chair the African Union Commission. Despite strong backing from parts of the continent, he lost to Djibouti's Mahmoud Ali Yusuf. Odinga commanded deep loyalty, particularly in Western Kenya, where supporters affectionately call him Baba, Agwambo and Tinga. He was celebrated for his charisma, political strategy and lifelong dedication to democracy and human rights. A former political prisoner, Odinga spent nearly 9 years in detention, the longest of any Kenyan politician, for his role in the 1982 coup attempt against President Daniel Arap Moi's regime. His resilience and defiance cemented his reputation as a symbol of Kenya's pro-democracy struggle. Raila Odinga will be remembered as a fearless statesman, a tireless reformist, and a man whose political journey shaped modern Kenya.
And in the world of sports, the Confederation of African Football has confirmed that Nigeria, Cameroon, DR Congo and Gabon will face off in a playoff tournament to determine Africa's final representative for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The 4 nations